Hi, beautiful. Welcome to your second video, Balance to Burn, How Hormones Control Fat Storage After 40. So we spoke in our last video about how to reclaim your energy. Now we're going to talk more about metabolism and some hormones that might be getting in the way of achieving your dream body. So what's on our agenda today? We're going to firstly talk about why diet culture fails midlife women and pretty much all women in general. We're going to be talking about erratic estrogen, pesky insulin again. And I will tell you so much about our fat burn protocol, which is such a key pillar to helping a lot of my clients and a metabolism reset. You will also get a complimentary midlife optimization session that you can book into with me personally. So let's get into it. Why diet culture fails women in midlife. Firstly, diet culture, it emphasizes restriction. When we restrict, we slow down our metabolisms. This is why calorie counting or calorie cutting, it doesn't work. For example, when a lot of my clients, they come to me and they've been trying this 1200 calorie deficit. What happens when you do that is your body is insanely smart and adaptable. It will literally slow down your metabolism to conserve your energy and fat burn and everything. It will slow it down to match that 1200 calorie cut that you've been doing. So you've slowed down your metabolism. Now it's so much easier to put on weight. So that's one thing why diet culture just doesn't work, especially long term. You might see short term, but then a lot of women, a lot of studies have shown that a lot of participants, they essentially gain more weight than when they had initially started the diet. And not to mention, it also ruins your relationship with food and it imbalances already declining hormones. And I always love to say, if a diet would have worked long term for you by now, you probably wouldn't be here. So there's no silver bullet. We're not going to bite that bullet. It just doesn't work. Okay, so we're going to throw that out. And another key reason why I never resort to this is because the female body has a safety mechanism. We thrive on nourishment and safety. But if we're constantly doing extreme diet, starvation, restriction, overtraining, you're living in survival mode. You have high cortisol, and your body, as a safety mechanism, is going to store fat for safety. So you have energy for later use. It's trying to protect you. It doesn't know that you're trying to lose fat. So this is one of the reasons why it really doesn't work long term. And another key reason why we don't want to be doing that is because as you transition to postmenopause, we need to prioritize the protection of your adrenal glands. Those sit atop your kidneys. That's what secretes your cortisol, adrenaline, your stress hormones. And after, when you become postmenopausal, that's where your sex hormone production will now take place. So we need to protect that so you can still receive the benefits of some progesterone and some estrogen. Now, I work with this amazing client. She was an incredible success through my 60-day shed. She came to me at such a low point. She was nearing the end of her perimenopause transition, and she had lost all confidence in her body. She no longer believed in her ability to lose weight. She was second guessing herself, and it was really affecting how she showed up in her relationship, in her work, how she was helping other people because she was also a therapist. So this is one thing that, I love what I do is I love igniting that confidence when we get away from restriction and we get back into boosting your metabolism. Now, this woman, she was also overdoing it. She was walking 10 kilometers a day, going to Pilates, under eating, stressing out her body. It was just a lot. So some key things as we started cycling her foods, we began implementing rest and recovery as much as possible, nervous system regulation techniques. We found out that she wasn't sleeping fully through the night. She wasn't achieving deep sleep. So those were some key things that we really spoke about. And she lost 10 pounds over the 60 days. So what she says is Morgana has been able to advise me around hormonal changes and workarounds in a way that no doctor or expert has been able to previously. She's continuously improving and educating herself with up-to-date hormonal and weight loss science. I was her 52nd birthday gift to herself, and though it was spendy, the price was worth the results. Though she is weight loss resistant, she lost 10 pounds. This is such a great start, and now she can see herself becoming her dream weight, and she can now see her thigh muscles and abs. So proud of her. She's an incredible success story that we have in our program. And I want to jump back to that erratic estrogen that we were speaking about in the last video, because this also changes fat distribution. Essentially, estrogen is the hormone that loves to hold on to fat. And a key principle that it also has is it can bind to fat receptors. So essentially, we enter this vicious cycle where estrogen holds on to fat, you have more receptors, estrogen binds to those receptors, holds on to more fat, and then this vicious cycle continues. So we want to break the cycle. We want to help you detox estrogen, open up your detox pathways. That's a really important part of what I do. And it's also a key factor in determining where your fat is stored. So this is why we see a common symptom of the perimenopause transition being an increase in belly and abdominal fat. So we want to do something about that estrogen, basically. And on top of that, we spoke about insulin resistance in the last video. It also plays a huge role now when we talk about fat burn. Just as a little recap, insulin resistance is when your insulin receptors become desensitized. So you're gaining more fat because that glucose is being stored as fat. It's also being packed into your liver, your muscles, like we mentioned, your fat tissue. And then once those become desensitized, your glucose is just circulating in your bloodstream and more insulin is being pumped out continuously because your body just doesn't know what to do with it. So this is precisely why I have a framework in my Hack Your Body method, which teaches you how to hack your blood sugar levels to keep glucose and insulin levels steady. We started with that last hack in the last video, where if you start your day with a savory, protein-rich meal, that's going to keep it more steady. We have a ton of hacks like those to really help. And then on top of that, a part of why we love what we do is helping women achieve lasting weight loss without dieting. And yes, it's 100% possible. We have so many success stories as to how this has worked without using restriction or dieting or any type of really stressful method. So I would love to introduce to you a core pillar of my 60-day shed, and that's the fat burn protocol. And this pillar, it teaches our clients firstly how to return to intuitive eating. That's essentially where you allow yourself food freedom. And through that, you can reconnect with your body's nutrient deficiencies. So for example, if you find yourself craving salty foods all of a sudden, it can be that you're low in electrolytes and you need some water, and you'll learn how to navigate those cravings. On top of that, you'll learn your hunger and full cues. So you'll intentionally feel when you want to stop eating. You're not eating because food is amazing and you've been restricting yourself for so long. Now it's going to be just the normal and you'll be listening to your body and responding accordingly. You'll also receive time-saving meal prep hacks, cooking tips and tricks, all of our fat burn hacks, of course, and lymphatic massage techniques, which help eliminate any water retention that you might be holding on to. Our goal through this is to reset your metabolism through nourishment, not restriction. So I want you to start with this. Begin easing your way into having 3 quality meals per day. That might be hard if you've been previously restricting, so build up to it. Maybe have 2 meals and then a snack, and then slowly build that into a 3rd meal. I want you to make sure that you're getting a palm-sized portion of protein. All of our protein needs differ, so I always love to eyeball it like this. Look at your palm, that's how much protein you should be getting. Have a good portion of whole foods and healthy fats. Healthy fats are things like avocado, fatty fish, olive oil, as an example, nuts and seeds. And then incorporating complex carbohydrates. Those are sweet potato, squash, quinoa, oats, as some examples. And they absorb into your bloodstream much slower than something like refined carbs, which are bread and pasta, and that will cause a big glucose spike immediately, which we spoke about, and now you know so much about. So I would love to offer you a complimentary midlife optimization session where you're also going to receive a blueprint at the end you can begin implementing. You'll also learn about some of our programs. So if you feel that you want to join them, then you're completely open to. So if you're ready for that, DM me ready. And you can do that to my Instagram, LinkedIn, my email, or to our website. This isn't a diet you can directly book in /booking. It's there at the bottom. So I would love to help you create hormone harmony on our last video. See you there.